This is your announcer, Shannon Saint Mainframe, welcoming you to our IP Livecast. This Memorial Day weekend, the Livecast would like to take time to honor the fallen heroes who made the show's freedom possible. Peter Steele, Mitch Lucker, Dave Brocky, Iron Sheik, and all the other brave victims of the Livecast curse. You died for our sins and we thank you. Our IP Livecast starts now.
That question died for us. Isn't that a different holiday? I don't think that's. I think Memorial
Shannon's
Day.
AI might need to be updated.
Okay, I just thought that was about wars. I could be wrong.
It's a little of both.
It's the meme wars that they lost.
Oh, fair point.
Welcome to RIP Livecast. It's Rob here with Sid and 3D, and sitting in, very special guest from the Loni Hadapalooza podcast. We have Loni back on the show. Welcome, Loni.
Hey guys, how are you? What's the Livecast curse, and am I now susceptible to it?
Oh, you've been susceptible to it.
You're the counterexample. You've been on
Yeah, so far.
times and haven't died yet.
Yeah.
You're really trying to force this, aren't you, Darren?
No,
You want it to get me.
I'm a big fan of
You're
you.
tempting fate. All
I-
right. Well,
Even outside my normal compassion for human beings, where I don't want anybody to die, I extra don't want you to die.
oh, I'm flattered that you extra don't want me to die. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
That might just be reverse psychology, though, Lonnie. Be careful.
It might be. Yes, I could count on one hand the amount of people who feel the same.
I don't want you to die. I don't know. I feel on the show that we don't want most people to die. There's a very select few people we want to die here.
Way to reduce my statement down to generalities. Thanks. I was giving Lonnie express love that I don't want him to cease existing.
I didn't hear Rob use the word extra, so I'm still, you're a cut above there, Darren.
That's how I roll.
Well, I think you're going to get some good guests in the future now that people know that you won't want them to die.
Yeah,
That's good. I feel like every podcast should make a declarative statement one way or the other at the top of their shows if they want their guests to die. Yeah.
I guess this week we couldn't care less if they kick the bucket. Welcome to the show.
Well, then you got to keep it up. You can't say it 7 times and then the 8th time you don't say it, then it becomes super obvious that you don't like that person.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. If you just say nothing. So
Right. If you never say it, it's all right. So it's up in the air. But if you always say it except one time,
then that one time they know. Yeah.
But they won't know for long because they'll die pretty soon. It's fine. They know for a few weeks and then they're in the ground.
Well, some of these people
You got-
a long time. The Iron Sheik, we were talking about him for 10 years.
True. Yeah, that one is like a partial.
He was just due.
Yeah. But Mitch
I mean,
Lucker,
Yeah.
Dave Brocky,
Oh my goodness.
Peter Steele, especially. The first one was the best one.
Yeah, I will say Mitch Lucker, Dave Brocky may have been on a collision course with
Yeah, fair.
without
But appearing on our show did nothing to slow that down.
That's true.
Let's not forget guest from episode 89, Dabney Coleman.
Oh.
Yeah, he just finally croaked. Tragic.
That was a great
And guys, go back in the archive. That's an excellent one. There's 40-minute behind the scene of Slap Maxwell. If you guys want to go check that out as you're listening.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
So
good.
the Dab Man.
For our most loyal.
Who knew
listeners.
he was an arch enemy? Nobody knew that.
He kept a
Well,
little
there was-
profile on that.
Yeah, there was that moment where they kept cycling through second guitarists, and that's how he ended up in the band.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
the stuff he said about Matthew Broderick on the set of War Games, I still can't
no.
believe he said that on the air. That was crazy.
Oh, my
I almost
gosh,
thought he
yeah.
thought we were in a break. You got to go back and archive and
Yeah,
listen.
we got picked up
Yeah,
by TMZ for that one. That was great.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
huge for us.
Everybody's gotta check that one out.
Good old days.
Well, welcome to RIP Livecast. We're on Saturdays around 11-ish.
Whenever Rob gets out of the shower.
Whenever I get out of the shower. And you can hang out with us all morning long on our morning drive. our lunchtime drive.
It's morning
Saturdays.
Yeah.
And of course, if you and when you listen live, we have a live chat going on Twitch and YouTube, and then archived immediately after. And of course, wherever fine podcasts are downloaded, we'd love to hear from you. RIPLivecast.com is how you reach us. You can either email us through there, riplivecast@gmail.com, or hang out with us in our Discord, which is our 24/7 chat experience. And I think we might need to upgrade our website to just include AI now, because I feel everyone's doing it. And don't worry, it doesn't even have to be good, because it could be literally anything, and then we could roll it out and say we're from the future. Because Google, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to tech news.
I know what you're gonna say,
but they recently changed out their search page, their search results page, to
really annoying.
Add like an AI widget at the top, which answers your question by sourcing, thousands of web pages and assuming the right answer. But here's the thing. It sucks. It really, really sucks. It's terrible. It's not working. It gives like really bad results. Let me see if I could find this thread that I had. So here's Google using The Onion as a source of information. You should eat at least one small rock a day, which is an article from The Onion. And then according to the CIA, the CIA uses black highlighters, which is... and these are like, haha, funny. But then there's like ones... I saw one that was like, is there nutritious value to here we go. The health benefits of eating ass. According to a 2018 study by UC Santa Barbara ecology graduate students, eating ass can boost your immune system, which is not true. This is from like a parody website. So there's no it's letting a computer cannot detect sarcasm in some of these articles.
Can I just chime in? While you were saying that, I wanted to test how reliable this AI was or wasn't. Mm-hmm. And so I entered the question, is Rob Pasbani a good writer? into the search. And
what
it
does
says,
it say?
Rob Pasbani is one of the most authoritative voices in heavy metal music and culture on the internet. So
there you have it.
System is
so it doesn't answer the question.
It just quotes this motherfucker's LinkedIn profile.
I was just gonna say that's a testimonial from my
fucking
LinkedIn.
inside job. Get out of here.
So that's a great. Thank you, Sid. You just perfectly illustrated my point here, which is like this is how corrupt the system is, like on rollout, and. This is before the SEO monsters. Of course, SEO stands for search engine optimization. Before these leeches come in and game the system, to work for their thing. Can you imagine if this goes on, like how much false information will be presented as fact? And to take it even a step further, what about when governments start demanding that Google give certain answers for historical questions or present day political issues,
Mm-hmm.
It's gross.
So this sucks. I don't know. I don't want to be like one of those Luddites, but this is really bad. I really don't like it.
That's not being.
How different is it though than where it was, right? Like if you're searching, you're still getting some results at the top that are either like paid or like not really helpful. Maybe it's just more intrusive because it's like a big thing that answers your question, kind of, sort of. Can you turn it off?
Well, what's so funny now is you can't necessarily turn it off, but there is now a filter where you can go back to classic search, which is like you search by images or news. Now there's just web search in the top nav. So that's no longer the default. I think to answer your question, Lonnie, the difference is at least it allowed you, the user, to discern and pick which link that you choose to go to. Whereas now Google is saying, here is the fact. And to less media literate people like my mom, they could be fed completely false information and not understand why it's incorrect.
And I don't think, Rob, that's being a Luddite either. I don't think like just saying this particular technology is bad as being a Luddite. Like this very shitty. This is a very shitty development.
This is a shitty application of it. I'm not 100% against AI. I recognize, and also like AI doesn't really mean it. It's such a buzzword. You know, they just say anything is AI now. But I'm not against this sort of machine learning and interpretive and like decision making and all that stuff. But it's just crazy to me that all of these companies are rolling out these products without really testing them, and they can do serious damage.
They're all desperate to drive up profits, and the one way to do that, the easiest way, is to get rid of people. So they just get rid of people, and they apply machine stuff to it, and they're in a rush to do it, so it sucks.
Yeah, like with the Google thing, it's because their main competitor in this field, OpenAI, which is a startup that, you know, that they're the company that just recently rolled out the personal assistant that was modeled after the movie Her, which I don't think they watched that movie to the end, if they did that. But also they asked Scarlett Johansson if she would voice the assistant because she voiced the model in the movie, and Scarlett decided that she was not going to participate, that ultimately she didn't think she wanted to, which kudos to her for doing that. You know, like I'm impressed she even said no. But they basically went ahead and created a sound-alike of her, to the point that when this was announced, friends of hers reached out to her and like either congratulated her or questioned, like, hey, I'm surprised you're involved with this, and blah, blah, blah. And she got rightfully very upset. And this is like a huge, this could be a huge legal battle. But anyway, so OpenAI, this company, Microsoft bought them, and Microsoft, obviously Google's main competitor. So Microsoft is first to the AI race. So Google is like rushing, like, oh no, we got to catch up. So they put out this product that isn't even, like, to say it's half baked would be a compliment. So anyway, that's my AI rant for the day.
I'm sure there will be many more to come.
Yeah,
more iterations of this come out and have.
And look, we've clearly shown positive use cases for AI, even with its image generation.
And Frank photoshops, yes.
Yeah. Rob is going to use AI to write his rants against AI.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not. I have friends that are all in on, not like all in, but they're just like, no, I think it's going to be good. So,
I have a question. I'm sorry.
Sure, go ahead.
Cut you off. If you were still if you were still part of Metal Injection when AI blew up, would you be using it to write articles?
That's a great question. I don't know. Maybe I'm not full articles, but maybe.
Like those. I know what you mean. Promotional stuff.
I might be able. Yeah, I might use it. I mean, I've used it to write like, resume stuff and job application stuff that I've been doing. So there's use for it.
You would use it as like a first draft of
exactly.
I think maybe that's a better way to do it, is like use it for like a first draft of an article. I only ever use it to write condolence cards. It's the only time I ever use it.
Yeah, like it's a good way to get ideas. My wife.
That's right.
She's your
Some
AI.
people don't even need the condolence cards. I just wanted to kind of give it a shot.
Yeah.
Get ahead of the game.
Curse. Like the Livecast curse, you have your own curse. You just send preemptive condolence cards to people, and it's like the Black Hand. It's like the Malloy.
Speaking of which, Darren, what's your address?
Oh, no.
Real nice. You don't want to.
After all the nice things he said earlier.
Yeah. Unlike me, you don't extra want people not to die.
Oh, it was unrelated. But never mind now.
I don't see you shitting on these two.
We do that in the privacy. We do that off camera. We shit on each other.
Now I got FOMO.
It's for our OnlyFans.
I got CoproFOMO now.
Episode title?
Sure.
So let's see. Oh, I wanted to also talk about Morgan Spurlock, the director of Super Size Me, just dropped dead this week. I don't think he dropped dead. I think he died from cancer, right?
I don't know. Yeah.
Does that mean you guys talked about him last week?
No, we didn't.
I was wondering why he just. I saw him pop up all over the news, like the shitty things that he did before I found out that he was dead. So like, why isn't everyone's talking about this guy?
He was the Twitter character of the day, like 5 days ago, like on Monday or whatever, and then yesterday just coincidentally.
Oh wait, I didn't know that there was anything before his. I thought I only saw him pop up on social media stuff yesterday, so I thought it was only death related. I didn't know.
Yeah, tell us what he did. I didn't know he did anything.
Oh well, so the movie Super Size Me had a huge conceit that it did not reveal to the audience ever, which is that he was a fucking alcoholic. He was drinking like 2 bottles of Jameson every day.
Well, just to be clear, his health deteriorated because of outside activities and not, well, at least let's say not only McDonald's.
Yeah, there were other contributing factors.
There were accelerants to his health deterioration that he did not make obvious.
Hold on. First of all, I think it's called Mick Jameson.
Yes.
And then it counts.
What do you mean it counts?
He just drew an MC on the bottle, and
he bought it all at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I didn't know.
Maybe is it possible he only went to McDonald's that were next door to a liquor store?
Dug a tunnel.
Well,
yeah.
In the movie, when he goes to the doctor says, "You have the liver function of an alcoholic," and he just looks at him and goes, "Huh, that's weird."
Yeah.
While he's like probably drunk at that moment.
While he has a bottle in his hand and a brown paper bag. No, what I didn't understand, I just learned from you just now, is he was trend. I thought that he was trending because he died, but I didn't notice. And then the stuff came out after he died, but I just didn't. I had it backwards in my. But really, it came out coincidentally. What came out that made him get into the news? It's an old movie.
Okay, so how this surfaced was when the Me Too movement was happening. He Me Too'd himself. He got ahead of the Me Too.
Which I remember when that happened, I'm like, dude, you're not famous. No one was going to come after you. You're not that famous. You could have just stayed silent and been fine.
He made another meaning of the word Me Too. He was like, I want to get Me Too too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He basically was like, hey, I might have acted really weird with an employee, but like he admitted to being an asshole, like to being exactly one of these type of dipshits that took advantage of his position of power. But he kind of tried to present it as like, but I'm better. I've admitted my wrongdoing, and it was so in the midst of this big confession of what an asshole and what a fucking horrible person he is, he revealed that he was struggling with serious alcoholism for, let's say he said 20 years or whatever, and within those 20 years he made the movie. So people put two and two together like, oh, he never even mentioned he drank.
But it doesn't necessarily but it doesn't necessarily mean that while he was filming the movie he was struggling. Could mean
I'm sorry,
to
be clear, he said that for the last 20 years he was having like a bottle of Jameson a day, something like that.
Okay.
So it was like, oh no, he's saying that he was in the midst of serious alcoholism.
Has anyone gone back and watched the movie to see if he appears visibly drunk in it?
Oh, visibly drunk? No, but the first time I heard about this was there's this podcast called Maintenance Phase, and they basically it's these two. I don't know like what their credentials are, but I do believe they're nutritionists, or one of them is a nutritionist in some sense, and they kind of go through all the diet fads or articles against certain things and kind of separate fact from fiction. So they did a whole takedown on this movie in 2022, and if you just Google Super Size Me Maintenance Phase, you'll find it. And it's pretty interesting to see what of it holds up and what doesn't. And basically what she was saying is the movie is incredibly misleading because, a lot of the degenerative health he had can be pointed more to the alcohol than the poor eating. And also it was kind of saying that essentially the movie, if you take that all away, the movie just boils down to fat shaming. It's just shaming people for being fat and how, you can still maintain a level of health while being overweight,
and shaming poor people for eating readily available cheap food too.
Right, exactly.
But also,
just so we know, the person who said this, their last name is McCheese.
This is all. Yeah, this is all a CIA plot by McDonald's to get people back in the store.
The thing is, I watched the movie when it came out; it was entertaining and stuff, but it wasn't revolutionary news that if you eat only McDonald's for a month, you're gonna feel worse. Like, I think nobody thought otherwise. Like, it wasn't telling us anything we didn't already like. Nobody eats that McDonald's all the time.
Sure,
like
McDonald's said that too. They issued a statement that's like, we don't recommend you eat Big Macs every single day.
Yeah, exactly.
Moderation.
But really, like that doc changed the fast food industry. They got rid of the supersize option. You know, they introduced all these healthy things.
Crime.
Well, it's like the point is that it's not like uniformly shitty what he's saying in the movie.
Yeah,
like, there's truth to it, but he did what a lot of filmmakers do, which is like
he's a carny.
He's stretched the truth in order to present a point of view, which is might be valid, but the method to get there was not necessarily valid.
No.
It feels like every documentarian probably does that to some extent.
To some degree, yeah.
Right.
It's also, I mean, it's impossible, I feel, not to do that. Like, you can't, he is an extreme example of it, but you're always going to carry your bias into whatever thing you make, you know?
Yeah.
Well, it seems like that it ended up that the joke's on him, so you guys are happy now.
He'll never Me Too anybody again.
He grabbed the hospice doctor's ass, though, while they were giving him that final.
As he was falling to the ground off his deathbed.
At this point, might as well, one for the road.
Do
we know what kind of cancer it was?
Let's see.
I didn't see, like in the initial posts, I didn't see that revealed.
Cancer of the McNugget. That's the live colon.
I hate when those are those hard bits. I hate those.
They used to say that was the zebra meat. That was the kids in my school. When you get one of them chunky McNuggets, they said it was zebra.
Why zebra? That seems like I would love to try zebra. That seems like
I don't know if it's going to be like that. It's gross.
Yeah, what
they have one of those new Grandma McFlurries. Have you guys had a new Grandma McFlurry?
Like a grandma.
I haven't tried that yet. No.
It's a weird fucking name, man.
It's supposed to be all the candy in your grandma's purse thrown in a McFlurry. So it's like butterscotch.
But I think it's only supposed to taste like butterscotch. Yeah, I haven't. Nobody. Once I said the name of it, nobody in this house really wants it. But I don't know.
No one wants to see grandma.
So I'm with you. Yeah, it'd be like elderly decrepit McFlurry. Like nobody wants that. Like why?
They just ground up dead grandmas in a meat grinder.
Yeah.
Well, they workshopped it. First, it was the Candy Van McFlurry, and then
that's touching.
I will say, I think we've discussed this in recent years, but McDonald's has like kind of circled back around to like an all right once in a while treat for me.
It's definitely upscale from where it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was intentional with their rebranding and like changing the looks of the stores.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they don't freeze anything anymore.
Really?
Yeah, because I might be imagining this, but the meat tastes. It's not high quality meat, but it tastes fresher than it used to.
I'm not sure about that, but like I can't speak.
I'm not sure either.
Either way, yeah.
I may have remembered reading that somewhere, and the tasting it holds up to me.
I do remember that Super Size Me had a big effect on me because I vividly remember heating up like Chef Boyardee while I was watching it, and I'm like looking at it, and watching the movie, I'm like, okay, I can't eat this. I can't eat this.
McDonald's doesn't serve Chef Boyardee. It's
I know, but it was just they were just talking about processed food and food because it wasn't just this documentary.
That you remember heating up Chef Boyardee while watching the movie, being like, "Thank God I dodged that McDonald's bullet."
Oh,
love these little meatballs.
Yeah.
Because there was also a book around this time that came out, Fast Food Nation. I remember that had a really big effect on me. There was learning about all the corporate.
Sorry, Rob. I thought you.
Go ahead.
There was a quote. I'm going to quote this word for word. A sentence from the book Fast Food Nation, talking about McDonald's. There is shit in the meat.
That's what I was going to say. That was the chapter that like still is burned into my brain. That legally, 2% of the meat is allowed to be fecal matter. So that means
they're breaking that.
Well, or not. Who knows? It could be less. It could be more. But yeah, just that alone was just like, oh, why? I remember being so...
The way they phrased it, it was right at the end of a chapter, and then the next chapter was going into the specifics of the shit in the meat. But it just goes, there is shit in the meat, and I was like,
yeah,
that's enough reading for today.
So I will say there was at least a decade where I did not have McDonald's, and probably not. I wonder what broke my spell. Because I mean, I was getting high at the time too. It's not like it was just weed that made me want to McDonald's. But anyway, so Deuterino writes, as Rob still eats Haladiets. I haven't had Haladiets since we tried it on the show.
Why?
Deuterino. It's just a goof. I don't know.
What's stopping you?
I think what happened was at the time I ate it too much. And I'm like, all right, I never need to eat this again.
And do you still feel that way? Because summer's about to be here. You're going to be going to the beach a lot. That's where the prime Haladiet spots are. So are you going to pick some up?
I would never pick it up. I've even said it even at the time. It's just a flavor that I could tolerate. So It would be like if my mom has it and I have a bit of it. But because I asked her to get it for me for the show, she assumed I liked it, so she got it 5 times in a row when I came over, and I'm like, Mom, I don't want this anymore. Stop.
The show, I feel like that.
No.
She should know we're gonna mock it.
Yeah.
It's a sweet impulse, though, on her part that she found something that you actually like that she also likes, so she wants to bond with you over it. And
my mom's only expression of love is materialism. So she constantly needs these clues on how to be a good mother, so she can buy me something.
And you sent her an early condolence card.
Oh, no.
Thanks, Loni. That really worked out.
No problem. Thank the AI overlords.
Yeah, he just asked for a little bit of information about my mom, put it into the AI system, and boom. We're golden.
She eats a rock a day.
I wouldn't do that.
Also, guys, I'm big into coffee. I have it every morning. I grind my own beans.
Wait a second. You have coffee every morning?
I know, it's crazy. I'm a big coffee head. I know it's very odd.
I'll be like normal people, Rob.
So,
but it's only McCafe that you get.
Well, all those rewards you get for ordering it, how can I not?
He tunnels next door to the liquor store like Morgan Spurlock.
It's an Irish McCafe.
Maybe it's the app that got me back to McDonald's. Just the ease of use of not having to wait for my food. But there's a hot new brand on the market from a trusted source. Let's watch this commercial.
You all know I stand by the truth. And if I put my name...
Well, let's start right there. You all know I stand by the truth. Hold on.
If you call that standing.
This immediately feels like a Tim and Eric.
Absolutely.
Immediately.
So
the fake,
it looks like
the fake background.
He's not even there. Yeah.
You couldn't even put him in a regular room that looks like that. Why does?
Yeah, this is just a green screen.
What is he really standing in?
Every rando that they've cast in a Tim and Eric, it's
really a green bed sheet in the dungeon where he traps people.
I'm just expecting a quick cut to go.
For the listeners, if you haven't picked up on it, this is Rudy Giuliani hawking coffee.
You all know I stand by the truth. And if I put my name on something, I truly believe in it. Today, I'm thrilled to introduce you to something I'm incredibly proud of. My own brand of organic specialty coffee, Rudy Coffee. Believe me when I say it's
Rudy Coffee. It sounds like he's about to have a heart attack.
I love that at least they were smart enough to not put current pictures of him on the product. And it's first of all, that the picture on the right, I don't think he's ever looked like that. That's definitely photoshopped and fake.
Who is that? Who are those other people there? Is that
who are these gangsters?
Yeah, is that like the
bosses he
Untouchables?
struck down?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
I really don't understand could you zoom in on that somehow, Rob, so we could try to figure out who these is that Bugsy Siegel? What's going on?
I thought it was like J. Edgar Hoover and his staff.
Yeah, it could be.
Was he the mayor of New York in the 1940s? That's how they make it seem there.
He might think he was.
Yeah, what?
What
These guys, I don't understand.
The Hat Squad.
Just like AI generated mobsters?
Yeah.
What the
Let's
fuck?
not blame AI on this one.
Yeah.
That's another good question. Like, who designed these Photoshops? Also, I love, it's weird how it's two flavors, morning coffee and bold coffee. But bold coffee literally looks like shit. Like, it looks like Dookie. It looks brown. Why is it brown? Why is the bag brown?
Where?
Like
What
over
do you
here.
wait? What looks like Dookie? Like the
Just
bag?
this bag.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because he's
I mean,
fighting
also
for justice, Rob. That's not a pretty process.
Motherfucker's not even drinking it in that one. At least on the one on the left, he's enjoying his brand.
Could we zoom more
believe.
into the America's Mayor one? I want to see if there's like any 9/11 reference, like any like more. Like there's a flag, but like
wait. Why is his right hand so hairy, but his left hand isn't?
Wait,
on the other one.
Oh, the other one?
Yeah.
Hold on.
He doesn't have time to drink coffee. He's putting Al Capone in prison.
Oh wow, is that just the shading and the left
Yeah,
hand
like,
is,
I
like
think-
shaded?
Maybe, but it still looks weird.
Well, it's not his face, so I don't know why it needs to be his hands either, right? It's a Frankenstein.
No, well, yeah, I know.
Every bag of bold Arabica coffee comes with Rudy Giuliani pubes in it.
Junarito in the chat apologizes for the shoddy Photoshop work he did for the Rudy campaign.
And I love this one where Quickman Cummins says, "Waiting for the Four Seasons Sumatra roast."
That's even too well thought out for what this is.
Yeah.
So let's see the other one. I want to see what the background is of the.
Rob, is this coffee good though?
I haven't gotten my order yet. I'm still waiting.
Okay, go to rudy.coffee.
It looks like it's just like a generic Main Street USA kind of background.
Yeah, which is so weird because it almost like this shading looks like towers, right? Like
a little bit.
Like back here, if you're not paying attention, it looks like he's in front of the towers for some reason.
The third bag of Rudy coffee has him trying to rape the Borat girl.
Oh no! America's creepy uncle.
There's like
Rudy
6
coffee.
American flags on that one.
Yes.
Crazy.
Believe me when I say it's the best coffee you'll ever try. It's smooth, rich, chocolately, and gentle.
Chocolately.
Tastes like disappeared homeless people.
He ground them up to make them.
I love that this is the best take that they could. Whatever, let it go.
Oh my God!
Like
we hear that one
Cocoa
more time,
Puffs,
please.
Of course, we're going
Specialty
back.
coffee, Rudy Coffee.
Rudy
Believe me when
Coffee.
I say it's the best coffee you'll ever try. It's smooth, rich, chocolatey, and gentle on your stomach.
Chocolate broccoli.
I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Chocolatey and gentle on your stomach. It's so good.
They just didn't want to be in the recording booth with him anymore. Like, all right, chocolatey, whatever.
You know he was farting in there and having like weird garlic burps.
Oh,
chocolatey.
And gentle on your stomach. It's so chocolatey and gentle on your stomach. Try. It's smooth, rich, chocolatey, and gentle on your stomach. It's so good, I even recommend drinking it black. It comes in 3 varieties.
And that's the only time you'll hear that. Like
Enjoy it life. Oh my God! Look at this third one.
This has to be AI. This looks like AI. This can't be real.
Let's see the feet. Is he showing feet or is he wearing a shoe? What's happening over there? He's just got a sandal.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
He looks like he just ordered a hit on someone.
Yeah, because he's working with those guys from the middle bag.
That's Epstein Island on the cover of that coffee bag.
God.
Oh, it's a decaf.
What's the Swiss water process?
Yeah, what is that like the Swiss?
I don't know
Navy,
what that is.
We're going to go to Rudy Coffee in a moment and get all the details. Don't worry.
Okay.
Rudy.coffee.
It comes in 3 varieties, including what I promise is the best decaf you'll ever have. You can order now by scanning the QR code.
Yeah, like, are there levels of decaf? Like, oh, this decaf is it's just decaf. I don't know. If you're drinking decaf, you've given up.
I'm a coffee noob. I don't know anything about this.
There could be health reasons why, Rob. I don't think that's fair.
Well, decaf is essentially. I'm not. To be clear, I'll have a decaf coffee at night if I'm having like a post meal. If I'd want a post meal cafe.
It pairs well with Chef Boyardee.
To me, that was probably the last time I ate Chef Boyardee. Also, I was like, 18, 19 at the time.
Yep.
Code on your screen or by visiting Rudy.coffee. By supporting Rudy Coffee, you're not just treating yourself to exceptional coffee, you're also supporting our cause, the cause of truth, justice,
racism,
and American democracy. You'll also be supporting the Call to Action nonprofit.
You'll be supporting my legal defense fund as I touched 15-year-old girls on Epstein Island.
That's exactly what it is. He's like fucking broke from all these lawsuits and shit. He's doing anything to make any kind of money right now.
Yeah. Look at how much
which
effort
is devoted to helping veterans and
to turn his disgusting frown-wrenched face into a smile.
Like, it is really insane because, I mean, it's not like he had all this credibility before, but he seemed like like I always hated him, but at least he seemed like a civilized human.
Like a person with a semi-functioning brain.
Yeah. I know what you mean, Rob. Like, he had the ability to do PR and present himself in a positive light, and he's lost that ability entirely.
Yeah. He just looks like a kook. Like, even seeing this photo of him on the coffee, it's like, where is this person? What happened to this guy? Like this guy was the most popular politician in the country 20 years ago. It's mind-boggling to think about that.
It was insufferable to walk through New York, like 2001 through 4, maybe. Like how much?
Oh my God!
People of every political persuasion just loved Rudy Giuliani.
They wanted to change the rules to let him get an extra term as mayor.
That was so crazy. But thankfully we got a good guy in there instead, Michael Bloomberg.
I'm no lover of Bloomberg, but he's a million times less shitty than Giuliani was.
Yeah,
that's fair.
His coffee is also good.
I haven't seen the bags yet.
Good news, Sid. That is feet that he's showing.
Oh, dirty. Wash your fucking feet before you do the photo shoot, for fuck's sake.
This is definitely not an actual picture of him. These are all AI photos. That's
Deuterino, why didn't you take the fucking stains off his feet there and you're photoshopping?
Good man cometh, Rudy, in a non-extradition country.
My new non-extradition flavor of coffee.
So what's the price on these?
Let's see. Wow! Oh, 2 pounds.
50,000 USD.
Sorry, 2 pounds for $30 is actually, it's fine. But $15 a pound, that's not bad. I guess there's also shipping though.
I mean, it's just coffee.
I still really love those guys on this bag. I just don't understand where they fit in and who they are. They look so menacing. It's crazy that I get all the like Statue of Liberty and skyline and American flags, but like, why do we have these?
What skyline is this? Is this New York?
The whole thing is wrong. The Statue of Liberty is wrong. Yeah. She's like doing the rock eyebrow. Like, what is that?
He's gonna give
this has to be AI.
Rob, could you give us an AI image of Anne Frank drinking Rudy Giuliani's coffee?
No.
Dressed as the Statue of Liberty?
Oh, no.
All right, give me a moment. But let's see.
By the way, Mr. Fucking Patriotic, the torch is in the wrong hand on the Statue of Liberty. Fucking dumb fuck.
Look at this photo.
Oh,
who's that in the background?
Oh my God, she's got a fedora. And
is this like on vacation in Cuba? She's puffing on a cigar with a fedora on. What is this?
This is the set of Bill Maher's podcast. He's in the green room.
Oh my God. Has he been on Bill Maher's podcast yet? It seems like a great match.
It seems like the conversation they would have would be like,
if he wasn't connected to Trump, they'd be best friends. Because
Yes.
it's like, I disagree with your tax code, but other than that, you're right about everything. But as soon as you bring Trump into it,
Would Rudy try to arrest Bill Maher for smoking weed in front of him?
He would, just by reflex.
Yes.
Like, oh, fuck, I can't do that anymore.
He can do whatever he wants. He's America's mayor.
It's true.
You're right. When you're right, you're right.
I
want you to get those condolence cards sent out to Bill Maher and Rudy Giuliani, please.
Working on it.
Thank you.
Getting the image.
What are you doing, Rob? You working on something funny?
He's that Anne Frank image I requested.
We're showing the power of AI.
Yeah.
What we're doing here, folks.
This is how we choose to use it.
I don't know why I chose to do it in like a comic style, but I think it kind of nailed it here. We have 4 different options.
Ooh, one for each of us. Oh, no, that bottom one. Rudy, if he was an anti-Semitic meme.
Yeah, did they make Rudy Jewish because she's Jewish? Like they have to match or something?
Like it's contagious.
Oh,
that's supposed to be Rudy Giuliani in the middle there.
Yes,
you're right. AI is totally fucked.
Did you make a typo, Rob? Jew? No. Did you write Giuliani?
I like
Did you
how
write
depressed
Al
she looks. I like how depressed she looks in the first one. Like it's Monday morning and she's about to go into like a sensitivity training seminar at work. She doesn't want to go. She's like, ugh,
I'm Al Frank. I'm drinking coffee with Anne Frank.
Or she's just like sad that Rudy Coffee is the only brand she can afford.
Oh, they throw it up there because they don't want it. They throw it up to the attic.
Yeah.
What is this shit? Yeah, give it to the Jews hiding in the attic.
In the third one, does she have like headphones on?
Something, or just loose skin hanging down?
Yeah, on the one with the really big, where she kind of looks more like Gilda Radner.
Yes,
AI always makes her look like 90% of the time. They make her look like a girl boss, like she's doing her CEO job or something.
Here's Anne Frank drinking coffee with Al Franken.
Oh, wait, that's Andy Kindler.
It really is.
Wait, Anne Frank is also Andy Kindler. Oh my god. Anyone who fears Skynet is going to happen because of AI, just look at this shit. Like, stop worrying.
Also, wait. Sorry. What the one with both of them? How many cups do they need?
How many hands do they have?
Where's that?
There's 5 cups.
That's
a cup on a cup.
The lower cup of those 3 cups is being held by a stump. Like he doesn't have.
Wait, no, these
that
2
cup
cups
is attached to Andy Kindler's chin.
Yeah, look, this cup. No, the cup is hooked by the other cup somehow. Yeah, that's weird.
It's a tandem cup.
Frightening.
I'm confused, Rob. This is shoddy work by you.
Well, this is the free version. If we want the good AI, we got to pay for it. We got to pay for the computer processing. But you live and you learn.
Anne Frank, alive and well on RIP Livecast.
That stuff is only going to get better, though. It's going to be scary how good in like 5 years Al Franken's going to look. We're going to make him look really good. I think that's really what AI is for.
Yeah.
So don't worry, folks out there. Technology and Microsoft will clean up. You'll get a clear depiction of Al Franken.
Just in time for his 2028 presidential run.
I will really believe in AI when it can make the real Al Franken look good. That would be that's a Sisyphean task.
I think that ship sailed, sadly.
You never know. Technology.
Can you
He's still alive,
can you
though,
ask
right? He's still alive.
For a yassified Al Franken? Does AI understand what yassified is?
Could probably fake it.
I don't know what that is. What is that? What does that mean?
Sassy.
Like fabulous.
Oh, sassy. Okay.
Maybe
I'm not on TikTok.
Sorry.
So I don't understand these things.
Well, you're on it to spy on your kids, though, at the very least.
I'm not.
What?
Not that one. Nope. Yeah, I'm
What
not
are you
on
waiting
TikTok.
for? That's where they're posting all their right-wing
An
memes.
invitation. I think you need to get an invitation, right? It comes in from Blue Sky.
You need a condolence card sent to you.
I'd like to send one to TikTok.
Oh, well, the U.S. government might be doing that as we speak.
I don't even know why I don't have it. I have no idea. I don't know. So that's why I don't understand what your words mean. So just excuse me because I'm not on TikTok. But thanks for explaining.
I try.
So the first Yassified Al Franken did not turn out well.
Oh no!
In the sense that it was just like it was like caricature. It was like a caricature.
Yeah, that's
not what we're looking for. So instead, I put Al Franken as a drag queen, and I changed it to cinematic style. And this is what it gave me.
Oh, it's Dame Edna.
Doesn't really look like Al Franken.
Yeah, no.
Nice outfit.
Oh.
It looks like Thor G. Thor, if anything. Which is something that
the other one,
get.
They gave Al Franken like so many lines.
Yeah.
It's caricature.
Like he looks like one of those dogs with the lines.
Sharpay?
But maybe.
Ask the thing to generate Al Franken's face on a Sharpay dog.
Now, who are these people?
Is this what this show is now? Sid just tells you what AI
more and more. Yes,
do that for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Why does Al Franken have two Al Frankens in his pockets? In his coat pockets?
That's just the jacket he's wearing. Like, what was that guy that used to like Matthew Lesko? Was that his name?
Oh,
remember who time he had like the Riddler jacket that he wore?
Question marks all over it.
Yeah. What was his whole bit? Work. Like he helped you evade taxes or something?
Was it that? I think he had different things. He was like one of those infomercial entrepreneurs that like he'd have another thing and another thing. I think he had a memory thing also.
I don't understand the bottom one at all. What did Yassified make all those faces? Like one of them has like a Colorado Avalanche hat on or something. I don't even know.
Al Gore
looks crazy.
Al Gore is back
I
there.
don't know. I made it up.
Matthew Lesko's still alive.
Al Gore's next to Kim Jong-il.
So also like the KFC Colonel was in there.
But what are these fingers on this dog?
Oh my gosh.
It's frightening.
It's Wilford Brimley as a dog.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. This is
very ugly. Yeah. This dog looks like my balls.
Oh no.
Sid, is that true?
I can only account for the flavor.
For me.
The lights are usually off.
Yeah.
So yeah, Matthew Lesko has written over 20 books instructing people how to get money from the United States government. That was the shtick. He should run for president.
Got more money from Matthew Lesko than from the government.
Yeah.
All right, folks. The Olympics are coming up. Are you guys excited for the Olympics?
Yeah.
No. Nobody cares about the Olympics, do they?
I'll check it out.
I'll watch men's basketball.
Yeah.
Where is it this year? It's in France or something?
I believe Paris, yes.
Yes, they are in Paris, and the anti-sex beds have arrived. Mm-hmm. The last thing they want these Olympiads to be doing is fucking is fornicating. Hello. There will be no lovemaking in the City of Love, reports the New York Post. Anti-sex beds have arrived in Paris ahead of the 2024 Olympic Games with their materials and small size allegedly aimed at deterring athletes from getting kinky during the competition. The bed's twin size means there's no room for the competitors to sidle up together. I'm sorry, that's first of all ridiculous.
Yeah, have you seen these gymnasts? They're like 4 feet tall.
Exactly. And also, the whole thing is these are the most flexible people in the world.
Yeah.
They'll make it work.
Also, they don't need a fucking bed. They can do it on the floor. They bend them over a sink.
They're athletes. They can do all kinds of positions.
Yeah. Yeah.
If anything, if I'm a fucking athlete and I have to spend all summer laying on this fucking twin bed, fuck at it. Especially, I'm assuming like the I doubt like the NBA basketball players are sleeping on these twin beds.
No chance. Zero chance that's happening.
They're like on mega yachts off the coast of Paris. They're fine.
But
this is for like the ping pong players.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But what about what about even like the weightlifters? You know, like what about like the heavyweights here? They can't be sleeping on these twin beds.
How many cups of Rudy coffee you think this guy had before he sat on that bed? I think there's one in the photo.
None, because he's smiling.
Is that chocolate? Got him. He made him smile with chocolate.
Do you think he said chocolate on purpose because there's legally no chocolate in the coffee, and if he had said the actual word, he could have been sued?
No. I think he just couldn't say it.
Chocolate.
It's all right. It's chocolate E.
Yeah.
I'm blown away. Like, this is almost insulting to the athletes that they're doing, because this is the bed. It's 2 pieces of fucking cardboard put together and the thinnest mattress on top of it. Like, how?
What does the article say? This is like for everyone, or like?
Let's see.
And the instructions weren't even in English.
According to Inside the Game, sustainability is cited as the primary reason why Olympic officials opted for the beds this year. The mattress and cardboard frames are 100% recyclable. Oh, thank God. I hope that Paris 2024's efforts to reduce its impact will show that it's possible to do things differently. Over the years, stories about wild sex occurring among Olympic athletes have been abound in the media. Table tennis player Matthew Syed previously told the Times of London that he had a debaucherous time at the 1992 games in Barcelona, Spain, saying, I got laid more often in those 2.5 weeks than the rest of my life.
Oh, wow.
At the 2012 games in London, one anonymous athlete admitted to having a foursome with a male teammate and 2 women at the Olympic Village, according to the Mirror.
But like, were the Olympics worse off for it? Who cares? Why is this something we need to combat? Like, let them have their fun.
However, it's unlikely the cardboard beds will stop the horny Olympians from fornicating, with one competitor claiming a hot tub orgy took place one year. The Mirror also cites a U.S. 2-time gold medalist saying, I've seen people have sex right in the open, on the grass, between buildings. People are getting down and dirty.
So is it like the NBA COVID bubble where they can't leave, or can they just go to a hotel and screw if they want to?
Well, I think the thing is they don't have the money to do it, because these are people just flying in with their team. You know, like, they're not rich Nike-sponsored athletes. You know,
if Motel 6 or whatever.
If you're a volleyball player from Croatia, you're not going anywhere. You're staying with your crew. You know.
I don't know. Listen,
I think the more difficult thing is just that, like, the hotels are all probably booked up because it's the Olympics. So
that's probably true too. Yeah.
It might be difficult to find one. I feel like they could afford it. It's not like they're taking unhoused people and making them compete in these events.
Right. Well,
some do also have.
Even it looks like Tom in 2020, Tom Daley, who is the famous diver, he did a tour of his.
Yeah, we've all heard of Tom Daley, right, guys?
Yeah, the diver.
You guys,
the famous diver.
You guys aren't gay?
Weird.
I mean, I've heard of Greg Louganis.
Okay, he married the film director, the guy who did that movie that Dustin, what's his name, who won the Academy Award.
Yeah, Dustin Hoffman. What film director?
No.
Guys, you don't know.
It's black.
Dustin Diamond.
Black.
You don't know the husband of the famous world-class diver Tom Daley? What's wrong?
You mean the Academy Award-winning Dustin Lance Black, the writer of the screenplay Milk, the movie based on Harvey Milk?
Come on, guys.
Why you got to bring up old shit? The movie was like 20 years ago.
So here's him giving a tour, and this guy is a like Nike endorsed athlete. He's like a rich athlete, and this is his living quarters.
If you've ever wanted to see inside the Olympic Village, I'm about to show you. That's the pool. As you can see, Team GB have done such a great job at decorating the village. They've very much made us feel at home. I am currently in my bedroom. I'm sharing with Matty. Nice view of the bay. Okay, that's Matty's bed. My bed. Here we go. Look, bounce up and down on it. There's Noah in the communal space. Fridge,
well, now we know why Rob watches
coffee,
this
kettle. They've got all of these
jacked
multifunctional
twinks
things. We've got a big old shower. And yes, we've tried. We can fit everyone in that shower at the same time. All the flags. All the flags. Those are
I guess it just looks like a dorm room.
Yeah. The main dining hall.
Yeah, it's fine.
As you can imagine, they pretty much cover every single
still, the
dietary
twin
requirement
beds.
imaginable.
I'm not into it.
I actually don't trust this video because I just saw a TikTok where this guy was an alcoholic while recording this.
There's also a where you can get stamps and all the flags. So there we
I don't feel bad for these people. Whatever. They could stay in a dorm room for 2 weeks, please.
Yeah.
Speak on it. Speak on it, Lonnie.
They can fuck whoever they want, I'm sure.
I mean, look at the
And
room
they get
Lonnie's
those
in
nice
right now.
fans.
It's about the same setup.
Did you see? Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's not a twin bed, though.
No.
I wouldn't be caught dead sleeping in a twin bed. Are you kidding me?
Same.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I had a full bed until about a decade ago.
How? You
And then I was like,
hang
what am
off
I
of a
doing?
full
Yeah.
And what happened? Was it empty?
Oh.
Wait, what?
No, he had a award-winning diver Tom Daly in his bed.
Oh.
No, as a one person,
Oh, brother of time.
I could fit comfortably on a full bed because I could sleep kind of like horizontally, or not diagonally. I mean, x equals y kind of, and
If
fit
you gotta
just right.
do geometry class to fucking
Yeah.
fit in your bed.
I
It's the
agree.
wrong
Can
side.
can we see though you in a full bed with both Al Franken and Anne Frank? Okay, that's how this
Having a
works,
slumber
right?
party?
Sid just asked for it, so
Yeah.
I am
do that.
curious if it gets like a Robert Pasbani pop.
Yeah.
There's enough presence of you on the internet to get that.
Oh, there's plenty of. Some might say there's too much.
Let's see. Drum roll.
I told you not to repeat that.
So I'm gonna say Rob Pasbani, Al Franken, and Anne Frank laying on a full bed. Right? That's all right. That's a good prompt.
Yeah, that works.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Let's see. I'm using the free Stable Diffusion AI generator. There are
That
others.
looks like garbage.
Isn't that the name
exactly.
of the podcast you referenced before that talked about Morgan Spurlock?
No. So I, I'll just show you. There's some interesting interpretations here. I'll say that much.
Oh, boy.
I'm excited.
Where's
What do
Rob?
we got?
Yeah, there's no real.
Yeah,
me
there's
here,
just two Al Frankens.
Who's
What
this?
the fuck?
Who's
No.
second
The
hand?
person growing out of Al Franken's head. Oh, this is creepy.
I like this one. The
Marionettes.
first one.
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
I don't
They're
know.
in suits.
I see
still.
you're in the middle. You're like Al Franken's puppet.
Just try. Can you try like something simple like Robert Pasbani eating ice cream or something? Like I want to see if it gets. if
Or
it gets
Robert
Pes-
Pasbani eating ass.
It might be ignoring you to do the two more famous people. So
Yeah.
maybe-
AI is a star fucker.
Mm. Anne Frank looks really sickly in that one. It's not the way I
All right,
remember
well,
her.
You try living in an attic or an Olympic
Yeah,
village for fucking
motherfucker.
6 months.
What is happening
Look
here?
at this.
That does look like Rob, kind of like.
That's
morphed.
how Rob sees
What?
himself.
Yeah.
What are you talking
What
about?
is this? This image is crazy. Where's the cone?
It's teeny tiny.
Ugh. What is happening?
This is so weird.
Why
This is
did you
so
have
weird.
to pick eating ice cream, Darren?
Why are you always at a carnival?
Can
Is
you
that the
just
only-
be enjoying a bowl of Chef Boyardee
Rob?
in a lonely living room?
Go ahead. Shoot. Rob eating Chef Boyardee. I'm a Franco-American guy myself. Not a Chef Boyardee has an aftertaste. I don't
It's
know.
not always about you, Darren.
It's a podcast where I share my opinions. GFY.
I've upgraded to the Polish store pre-made pierogies instead of Chef Boyardee. That's my Chef Boyardee now.
Roger that.
Well, downgrade and then buy the actual AI stuff so that it'll
Yeah.
look better, okay? That's where your money should be going. Think about America.
I don't think it's got the handle. on Rob.
Boyard.
Boy,
No.
it turns into
What?
Hebrew in the middle of this word.
Yeah, right.
This guy in the middle looks absolutely insane. Look at
The
his,
guy
look
in
at
the
his
middle
left
looks
eye.
like Coach Beard from Ted Lasso.
Oh yeah, I could see it.
He's eating boy. What do you expect? Chopped up boy.
Boy, dude.
Boy dough.
This is
Boy
Rudy
days.
Brand
Fruity Brand boy.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that looks. The can is actually like in the bowl. This picture is my favorite. Can you send me this? I'm going to put it on some condolence cards.
Yeah.
Because the bowl is sort of floating.
I don't know what he's eating. Like, is there like a chicken wing and a tiny bowl?
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know.
And the bowl is floating in midair.
Yeah, this is my favorite image, I think, maybe ever. Also, what's below you? That's like a giant mess. Like, what is that?
And there's a whoopee cushion underneath his
I don't know.
Coming out of it?
I don't understand this image at all.
It's so dirty.
And your eye is
whoa!
Like,
look at the hands over here.
Oh yeah. That's a normal like AI thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's a Ukrainian soldier.
Well, that's how you know this is like an older. I will say the newer versions of AI have fixed the hand thing.
But this guy, whereas everything else is horrifying, the hands are like relatively normal compared to the other.
Look at
The
that
hand looks sort of webbed.
I've seen people with hands like that in Mississippi.
It's inbred hand.
All right.
This is the guy from Vsauce. Now he thinks that's Rob.
Oh,
frightening.
Oh, that was a good side by side right here.
Yeah.
Like, which one
Wow,
was
look
more
at
like
this
that?
other AI to the left of the screen. What's going on with
No,
that?
that's me.
Prove
Darren, that's me.
That's with a paid subscription.
Say something only Robert Pasbani would know to say to prove that it's actually you.
Let's get high.
I guess. Fine. Oh, man.
I'm going to kill
Loni.
Sid when he's not looking.
Oh.
Was this podcast more or less exciting to your recent trip to Europe?
Oh.
How long are we doing this? How long is this thing
It's about as long as your recent trip to Europe.
What about all the
it was
good
great.
things Hitler did?
Oh, no.
That's the thing Rob said.
How many days were you gone for? You went for a while, right?
Like 16 days or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we were gone for quite a while.
How was it putting up with your kids for 16 days?
I mean, I've been putting up with them for 14 years, so it was totally fine. It was great. We had a great
trip. It looked like a fun time. Yeah.
It was awesome. We were in like a different place almost every day. It was, I didn't work. It was really nice.
And you went to Venice? Italy's like one of my next destinations I want to go to. So.
Yeah, it was cool. We were there for a couple of days, and it was super nice. It was, they have a lot of water.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
How was the pizza?
Pizza was really good. I think we had pizza in Venice and we had pizza in Rome. It was good.
Is it the best pizza you've ever had
really
in your
good.
life? No.
But it was very good. But it's not L&B Simone Gardens.
Damn right.
But I mean, it's also like, it's a cop out. I hate it when people say like, no, but it's different. It's like, okay, but you can still compare it. But it was different.
Mm-hmm. It's like thin crust, like you'd have it like Grimaldi's or something, right? It's similar to that.
Yeah, and like they don't like cut it, so you're like just like kind of tearing it. And,
oh, really?
It was a different experience. Yeah, unless the places I went were just incredibly lazy.
Did they not have knives at the table that you could cut yourself? They're just like against pizza?
Maybe.
Lonnie's like, damn, why didn't I fucking think of that?
Just ask for a knife.
But I feel like Tiffany was like, no, just you're supposed to just like rip it and eat pieces of it. But maybe she just did that to fuck with me. I didn't think about that until now. She said that to the kids too. I don't know, whatever. I did. We only went on this trip because I saw there was a Yelp review on it that said that there were a lot of great offerings. So I was like, well, we should probably do this trip.
You get that original provolone.
Yeah, Rudy
the Wi-Fi was good.
Well, on the topic of pizza,
we weren't talking about pizza.
It it was National Pizza Day a few days ago, and New Haven is trying to claim the title of Pizza Capital of America, which is like, I guess they don't got much else going on. So
this
maybe
is
we'll
National Pizza Day, and with the best pizza in the world right around here in Connecticut, the state is celebrating with some special recognition. News 8's Tim Hartman joins us live at Ernie's Pizza in New Haven with more on all the fun. Tim.
Hey, Darren. Well, it's
Tim
dinner time. It's
Hartman
busy
sounds
here
like
at
a
Ernie's.
made-up
Take a look at all the
name.
orders they're fulfilling. There are National Pizza Day celebrations across Connecticut. One of the largest gatherings happened here earlier today. Lawmakers, business owners, and community members all under one roof, having some slices and announcing a hot take about these New Haven hot pies.
Hot pie.
A hot take, fresh out of the oven.
Capital of America. That goes for you, Mayor.
A packed pizza party in the parlor,
Oh, wow.
celebrating National Pizza Day by honoring
Definitely
Elm
not
City
authentic
pizza
if they're cutting
places like Ernie's in Westville. Pat DeRizzo owns the joint. His parents immigrated from Italy and opened the business more than 50 years ago.
We sacrificed a lot growing up. My parents started from nothing.
My dad beat the shit out of me every fucking night.
I remember looking out the window, just waiting for the first customer to come in, and then, I don't forget those days.
But
Now I pay my
days are
workers
long
$3
gone.
an hour.
Now Pat's part of New Haven's pizza posse, helping Connecticut's
Oh my
economy
God.
rack
Oh
in
my
the dough. In New Haven alone, leaders say about 75 businesses sell a combined $100 million worth of pizza a year to more than 2 million customers.
Flip it over.
A slice of today's celebration?
Want a little Parmesan on there?
Pizza makers teaching lawmakers how to make a pie.
One cut straight across. How long did it say this?
Self-proclaimed pizza guru Colin Kaplan says New Haven's style of
when you
beef
hear Kaplan,
isn't
you
deep
may
dish,
immediately
but
think
has
pizza.
deep history dating back
That
centuries
and
to
SAT
Amalfi,
prep.
Italy.
It's got this kind of thin, crispy, charred crust, and if you think about
New
when you're
Haven
talking about
pizza guru.
Chicago pizza, it's a little tired.
What
it's
makes
getting
one a
little thick
guru?
right there. And if you talk about New York pizza, there's good pizza in New York, but not like New Haven.
No
Oh,
matter
really?
how you
God,
like your
what the
pizza,
fuck?
many
I agree. It's not like New Haven.
It brings people together like a cheesy love story.
I can't ask for much more.
That looks like a
my
Pizza Hut.
career ended today.
What's that?
That looked like a Pizza Hut pizza he took out of the oven.
I've had New Haven pizza. It's good. It's not as good as New York pizza. It's good though. It's better than Chicago pizza. I'll agree with that.
This is the
But again,
first
low
I've
bar.
heard of this being a thing other than like any city having a pizzeria that they have it, not but having a scene. I had no idea this was.
Yeah.
No, New Haven
no,
in
I
Connecticut. I don't think I've ever had it, but I think that this is definitely a thing that they think that they own.
It's good.
Which is stupid.
But, yeah. It's not that different from New York pizza.
What's the difference?
It's like crispier. They have like the place we went to like prides themselves on this clam pizza, which was good, but no, it's not that different. You would eat it and you would like it. You would like it fine. You would not say it's better than New York pizza, but you would like it fine. You wouldn't be disgusted by it, I'll say.
I can't think of the word clam without thinking of how we used to use that as a synonym for spitting, hocking a loogie. As kids.
Really?
Yeah. You never heard that?
I've only heard it as a synonym for vagina.
Oh, I've heard that too. But we used to say that the guy just clammed when you hock up a big hunk of spit.
I've never heard that.
Phlegmy spit.
Who used to say that? The guys on the coffee bag with Rudy Giuliani.
No, it's like in the
clam,
80s and early 90s, I would say. It was the Brooklyn slang.
It's the same kids that used to say that the McNuggets had zebra meat.
Probably. Yeah, see, you're going to clam on the sidewalk, see? That Giuliani copper's not going to catch us, see? I'm clam right in his face.
All right, let's talk about our Spotify picks, fellas.
Okay, sure.
Every week, we each pick a song, throw it on the Spotify. If you want to pick a song and be included in our Spotify playlist, we'd love to include our listener picks. You can email riplivecast@gmail.com. And my pick this week is from the lovely, the talented, the late great Divine. I went down a rabbit hole of YouTube music. It's so fun. I haven't done it. It's fun to just.
Is that a genre?
No, it's like you just start on one video on YouTube and you just keep clicking through related videos.
So it's music on YouTube, not YouTube music.
Well, YouTube music is like it's like they have like a music app kind of thing. YouTube obviously having my 20 years of data on me is pretty good at figuring out what I like to hear. Anyway, so I started with just like Letterman, like old Letterman interviews from the 80s, which is always fun to just watch. And one of them was John Waters and Divine on Letterman, which is a great segment. And then one of the related was Divine performing. And I didn't even know that she was a performer. She has a few records, and they're really fun. It's like kind of like punk rock big band almost. She's
interesting.
She's like she here. I don't know, whatever. She has a really powerful voice, and the music is really fun. And the lyrics are all about like how she's trashy, but she embraces it. Like this song that I picked, "Born to Be Cheap." And somehow I went from like Divine, then it went to like Klaus Nomi was my next one, who I've really been enjoying lately. And somehow I ended up, I don't know how I got to, but just the Michael Jackson Motown 25th anniversary performance. And then I just watched like a ton of Michael Jackson videos for the first time in a decade or whatever since even before the crazy documentary.
So the kid fucking, the statute of limitations has expired? You're not allowed to.
It's sort of like watching a Chris Benoit match in that you're like, it's a shame.
How often do you do that?
I haven't really watched any. I guess I watch some now because of my podcasting that I had to do rewatches. But other than like, I won't go out of my way to watch it. But with the Michael Jackson thing, it's like, man, these really are some of the best pop songs of all time. It's very hard to, and he was a great performer, but also a diddler allegedly. Anyway, but. This Divine song is very fun. So that was my pick. Loni, what was your pick?
A song called "Do You Compute" by some band whose name I can't remember. And it's a cover of a Drive Like Jehu song, and it's pretty good. I think there's someone in the band that's in like Sam I Am or something.
Oh,
but I don't
Ways Away
really...
is the band.
Ways Away.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, not like the traffic app, but I think it's got a Y in it.
Yes.
And an S.
Yeah. And that's it. I don't think they did any kid fucking as far as I know. So it's not really related to the Michael Jackson viewing. But anyway, I think they do a good job with the song. So you should listen to it.
We should have done like an all kid fucker playlist, like Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, Gary Glitter.
Nothing's stopping you.
Yeah. Maybe next week we could curate just all kid fuckers.
Well, my pick. No.
Oh, no.
Well, what is your pick, Darren?
My pick is I didn't know if it was my turn or not.
Sure.
The Beastie Boys remix of "So What You Want" featuring Cypress Hill.
Oh, nice.
Which was released on there. They have it's just Be Real, I think, but they had that was one of the B-sides on their single of "So What You Want," which I always loved.
Nice.
I happened to come across it.
It's a good one.
And speaking of Cypress Hill, my pick is Babes in Toyland, who both bands are featured in this new Lollapalooza documentary miniseries that's on Paramount Plus, which I watched. And I was reminded that Babes in Toyland existed and were pretty good. So I picked the song Bruise Violet by them because that's the song featured in the documentary. And if you're thinking about watching this documentary, I give it like a 66% thrash because 2 of the 3 episodes are fantastic. The first 2, which are about the actual tour and all the iterations of the Lollapalooza tour and the ups and downs. And there's great interviews and live footage. The 3rd episode, which is also the longest episode, is basically just like a fucking hour-long commercial for the Chicago Fest that they do every year now.
Destination Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's fucking corny as fuck. and it's just like a tourism video. So if you really want to see Steve Aoki having a great time and Miley Cyrus and Lady Gaga and Chance the Rapper, you watch the third one. If you want to see like the actual Lollapalooza that you're thinking of and the early days of that and cool footage of like Nine Inch Nails, Rage Against the Machine, and all sorts of stuff like that, watch the first 2 episodes.
I watched the first one last night, and it was very fun. Everything you're saying about it is true. But one thing that struck me in the first episode, in like the intros, was like, oh, this was anti-corporate. This was about art. This was, a fuck you to corporate America. And it's very interesting. The early footage certainly reflects that. But then there will be this drone shot of 50,000 people in Chicago with giant billboards and ads everywhere. And I'm like, what is anti-corporate about this? This isn't anti. This is corporate. This is what your early version was rebelling against.
Exactly.
Which, nothing against the destination version of Lollapalooza. Just be honest about what it is. Like you just took a dead brand and you made a yearly festival out of it, a yearly weekend out of it.
Yeah. Well, even Perry Farrell mentions like, oh, there was a big, debate. Should we have pop artists on this? And then we did it. It was great because you want to make money. Just like they go over the whole like rift that happened when Metallica was booked on the tour and Perry was against it. And then later in the documentary, he says he was wrong for being against it. It's like, no, you were right because you were protecting the version of Lollapalooza that initially existed. And then you were wrong in that you decided to go in a more profitable way. So you abandoned the art part of it for the money part of it. So you were both wrong and right.
Yeah.
But Lars is in it being his normal Lars self. So that's also amusing. And Ice-T is the fucking best.
Yeah, he was a great
interview guest in the whole fucking thing. He is awesome talking about different stuff. And there's definitely footage I've never seen before and stories that I'd never heard before.
Yeah, I agree.
So definitely worth your time, at least the first 2 parts.
Okay. Did everyone pick mention their picks, correct? Well, that's... I also want to mention our Patreon, patreon.com/RIPLivecast, is where you can get a little extra footage if you'd want a little more fun in your life. We just posted a new episode earlier this week, or a few days ago now, last week, where it's basically a full new episode, one story about a guy with the largest penis in the UK, and now we're supposed to feel bad for him. One about a gay porn star launching a GoFundMe for penis enlargement. And the highlight story, the top story, is a shooting at Chipotle overcharging extra for guac, which we spent 45 minutes. It's a Hall of Fame segment, so I highly recommend that one. And we have over 4 years of bonus episodes that you get instant access to for just $5 a month. And you can download all the episodes, get in there, get all the content, and you support your favorite podcast, which is us. So patreon.com/RIPLivecast, $5 a month, $10 a month, get a little extra, get a shout out at the end of the show, which is right now. How are we doing these shout outs, folks?
Each one of these people is a flavor of Rudy coffee.
Okay. Eric strikes me as a mocha java. Benjamin is more of a breakfast blend. Dan R would be the Patriot blend, which I don't even know. Mindy Mayer's Kippa would be the Crown Heights blend.
Is coffee kosher or non-kosher, or is it like outside of that realm?
No, I think it has to be blessed by the rabbi.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she could be a kosher coffee.
Shasur Sassusitz is the Dunkin' offshoot brand of Rudy coffee. Runkin.
Gross.
Lando Danks is the he's extra dark.
He's chocolate.
Corey and Scotty H are extra decaf.
Runkin is how he sounds. Rudy sounds saying Dunkin' to his fucking false teeth.
You forgot LaCroix, Rob.
Ronkin.
LaCroix is extra chocolatey.
Yeah.
Chocolate.
Erin is the limited edition sexual harassment flavor.
Oh no, my God, what does that taste like?
Tastes like sexual harassment. And Douglas, who are you, Levison, is the double caffeine brand to make sure you're up for your big performances.
Makes sense.
Jander is the Arabic roast. And Randy Blad is the extra light roast, let's say.
Okay.
All right, folks, that's our show. Thank you for tuning in. Big thanks to Loni for...
Yeah. Rob, did we lose you?
It pained him so much to thank Loni that he froze.
That's what happens when you thank me. You just froze.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, he's back.
Lonnie,
we didn't hear you say anything nice and thank me, so just try it. Try it one more time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We want to thank Loni for sitting in, taking some time to hang out with us. Thanks, Loni.
Yeah. And speaking of Loni episodes, next week we're off, right, Rob? And we're
oh, that's right,
releasing our Iron Claw roundtable discussion, which Loni also featured on. And that was on our Patreon previously, and we'll be releasing that to the public.
That is correct. I'm going to be driving up to Boston to watch the Red Cord reunion. So next week we're going to release the Iron Claw, and you can watch the Iron Claw on Max, and then listen to us talk about it. We had a fun time chatting about it.
Yeah.
Thank you for the reminder, Sid.
Lonnie sent a condolence card to your Wi-Fi router.
Oh no!
That explains what happened.
I thought you were going to say I'm still busy sending condolence cards to the Von Erich family.
You run out of paper.
Spoiler alert.
Not enough trees on the planet.
All right, folks. That's our show. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. We love you. We kiss you. Bye-bye.